This second movie about World War II British cemeteries in Normandy shows slides of and comments on the 9 not yet accounted for. The white arrows on this summary map show how greatly in error was the intended order of presentation of the 7 comprising British 1, from the coast inland and west to east. Here, that geographic order is strictly observed. As shown by the red arrow, the Combat Cemetery is 13 kilometers northeast of Rouen and 9 kilometers east of Secville. In the Google satellite photo, the cross of sacrifice is hidden under the trees at the north end. There are 224 graves in this plot, 223 of which are identified. More than half of those interred here were in the South and North Staffordshire regiments. They fell in the bitter fighting north of Caen early in July 1944. 10 kilometers east of Caen, the British cemetery at Ronville and the adjacent churchyard house the fallen of the 6th Airborne Division, who, before dawn on June 6th, landed by parachute and glider to seize a nearby bridge. So Ronville was the first village in Normandy to be freed by the invading forces. The cemetery contains 2,552 stones, of which 2,151 are British, 76 Canadian, 1 Australian, 1 Belgian, 322 German, and 1 unknown. The churchyard has 47 Commonwealth burials, 1 unidentified and 1 German. The trees shading these churchyard graves are visible in the Google photo of the 2 cemeteries. Nearly 27 kilometers southwest of Ronville is the Tilly-sur-Seulles British Cemetery. 1,222 soldiers are interred there. 986 British, 2 New Zealanders, 1 Australian, 1 Canadian, and 232 Germans. The village of Tilly was completely destroyed in combat operations between the 11th and 17th of June, during which it was entered and lost by British forces before its final liberation by the Essex Regiment of the 56th Infantry Brigade. About 4 kilometers east-southeast of Tilly is the Fontenay-le-Penel burial ground, located a kilometer south of its eponym along the road to Grainville. It houses some of the fallen among the soldiers engaged in the heavy fighting of June and July for the liberation of Caen. British troops of the 49th Division, the South Staffordshire, East Lancashire, and the Royal Warwickshire regiments are interred here, along with a few of the Durham Light Infantry. In all, there are 520 graves, of which 59 are German, from the 12th SS Panzer Division, and 4 are Canadian. 29 are unidentified. A monument to the 49th Division, along with many stelae identifying its units, marks the entrance to the path leading to the cemetery. The large Saint Mandvieux Cemetery is just 5 kilometers east-northeast of the Fontenay site on Highway D9, about 1 kilometer west of the village of Saint-Mandvieux-Nori. 2,183 soldiers are interred here, of whom 1,623 are British, 49 unidentified, 3 are Canadian, 1 Australian, and 556 German. In the early hours of 26 June, the 44th Lowland Brigade of the 15th Scottish Infantry was ordered to the attack, and the 6th Battalion of the Royal Scots Fusiliers entered the village, and after a fierce resistance by the Hitler Jugend of the 12th SS Panzer Division, whose bodies rest in most of the German graves, the Scots possessed the town by midday. These slides show again the meticulous care that the Commonwealth War Graves Commission gives all of the fallen, even those of the enemy, whose gravestones, slightly angled, are pictured in the last slide. The Banville Cemetery is 25 kilometers east-northeast of Saint-Manvieu. It is another testimonial to the fierce fighting of June and July 1944 as Montgomery attempted to overcome the stubborn resistance of the Panzer divisions. There are 2,175 soldiers buried here, 2,150 British, 140 unidentified, 11 Canadians, 5 Australians, 2 New Zealanders, 5 Poles, and 2 unknowns. From the entrance, a long tree-shaded lane leads to the graves site. The Saint-Désir Commonwealth Cemetery is 27 kilometers east-southeast of the Banville locality. This easternmost of the British placements houses those who fell in the pursuit of German forces as they left Normandy in August 1944. But unlike the other sites, has 4 World War I graves and those of 78 British aviators transferred after the war from the Saint-Charon Communal Cemetery at Chartres. In all, there are 598 graves, of which 569 are British, 16 Canadian, 6 Australian, 5 South African, 1 New Zealand, and 1 United States. The Hoto Commonwealth Cemetery is on Highway D9, about a kilometer east of the village of Hoto, and 30 kilometers west of Saint-Désir. Of the 1,137 soldiers buried here, the 1,015 freedom fighters who fell, 56 unidentified, are a varied lot. There are several tank crews and many infantrymen from the Scots Guards and Duke of Wellington, West Riding regiments. The 132 defenders were not all German, as conscripts from Eastern Europe fought in this area. The farthest south of the British World War II cemeteries in Normandy, Saint-Charles-de-Percy, is 27 kilometers south-southwest of Hoto, and is just over a kilometer west of its eponymous hamlet on Departmental Road D56. The majority of those buried here died in late July and early August. There are 809 burials, of which only 703 are identified. 696 of the known are British, 5 are Canadian, and 2 Australian. Most of the fallen were in the 11th Armored Division of the 7th Corps. This bull, mascot of the 11th Armored, is a plaque on a bridge captured intact on 31 July. The stele thanks the division for liberating St. Charles-de-Percy. The Welsh Guards freed the hamlet on the 3rd of August. The yellow pins show the locations of all 16 of the British World War II cemeteries in Normandy. They mark the slow progress of the advance and the enormous price in lives paid for its ultimate success. Taken alone, the enumerated British losses total 19,697.